Good afternoon and good morning, everyone. I'm starting a little bit early, but I wanted to see if the the audio during the music would play, but it did not work. So I think I might have screwed something up, but that's okay because there we go. It would help if I put the transition to the right thing. You are actually on time, RVA. Yes, you are on time. Good morning, everyone. This is CoffeeStream 245. It is now noon, by the way, so it should be good afternoon. I hope everyone's having a good day, a good Tuesday. Hope the rest of your Monday was awesome. And let's take some time to say good morning to the wonderful people in chat. Good morning to Gunfox. Oh, screw you, he says. You messed something up? Shocking. Yes. I boomer everything. I suck. Hello, Mr. Goatman. Hello. Green Badger Outdoors, good afternoon to you. RVA, hello. Cynical Lindsay, hi. Gulf City Cult of Krill, good to have you here. And let me just take the time out to, we all have our boomer moments, says Lindsay. What the hell did you mess up? I had set up perfectly. The only thing I can think of is I may have entered my pass, like without turning on voiceover. I may have tried to enter my password first and then turning on voiceover. So that's the only thing I can think of. I haven't touched MIDI. I closed Chrome out, and I didn't close Safari or OBS or MIDI. Like I said, I haven't even touched MIDI. So the only thing I can think of is putting in my password, and it may not have needed to be put in because I was dumb and didn't turn on voiceover first. That's pretty much the only thing I can think of. Skep and I are boomers. BP boomer is all part of the charm. Pink Hollow, you had to ask. Blind looks at something and it breaks. Ha 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 ha. So does that mean that window capture's not working either? Or did I just break audio? Hello, Armskiller. I'm a proud boomer, says RVA.
No, everything's working. That's why I'm wondering what the hell you broke.
And thank you for this, by the way.
Where's your cookie?
Down there.
You got a smile cookie. You should have eaten it by now. It would have made you smile.
I'm not going to eat it on stream, but I'm going to show it to the lovely people. You see? Let me hold it the right way up. That's a smile cookie.
Alright.
That's what I'm going to eat after the stream. It's good. It tastes yummy full.
Come on, connect phone. Why isn't my phone connecting to my headset?
I don't know.
Fucking weird.
It's working fine. Oh, good. Okay. So, I've got several really, really weird stories to talk about today. Some messed up ones from Canada. And, of course, as the description says, we're going to learn about cartel fractions. It's going to be great. Very
mathematics.
Very educational stream today. It's going to be great.
Alright. Well, you talk. Give me a
So,
second.
Pincalo's gonna quickly figure out
Why you broke shit?
I broke the audio. So maybe we'll play the song as the outro. Hello, Costin.
Breaking all this stuff.
I'm still afraid to add Discord into this.
Well, I wouldn't if I were you. It'll explode.
Yeah, it really will.
Okay. Let's see something here.
Yes, you did show up almost on
Come
time,
on.
Costin.
Do this.
But yes, while Pincalo's doing that, I'd like to take some quick, a couple minutes and thank a couple of people.
Something that won't get struck.
I'd like to thank, let's see, Jaeger Silva, for the hugely generous donation, and Marcy as well for the donation yesterday, and RVA as well, and Captain Weeb, he sent a donation as well. You guys are amazing. The poll has 7 hours left.
Okay.
It looks like Gaming Stream is...
What?
Why is there an ad playing in my ear?
Oh, because I was trying to get Omegon to video playing slightly so I could see why it's not working. So go ahead, continue.
Okay. So, anyway. What the hell was I saying? Oh, yes. Sorry, that really threw me off.
Sorry.
It's okay. The stream looks like the gaming stream is winning the votes, with 43%. So if you guys have PS4s and Mortal Kombat 11, then we'll play together. But there's still 7 hours left, so you know your votes still count. Your votes actually do count in this poll.
Weird. Wait, maybe it's got...
So it's not something I did?
No, it's just fucking software sucks.
Yay, it's not something I did.
This time.
This time. That's why I'm celebrating.
Okay.
Let's see, what else is chat saying here? Don't feel bad. No, it's not Pink Hollow's fault. It's really not. You got the approval from work to take a day off October 4th. Sweet! You are available to be my guest October 4th.
Who's that?
Lindsay.
Ah.
That's going to be an awesome stream.
Okay.
Wait 1 second. We can find a way to still blame you. Oh, good. Good.
We will. It'll happen. I can't...
Hey, P-Dog.
I hate this audio program. This audio program is... shit. Because I bet you...
Yes, hello, P-Dog. Glad to have you here. So yeah, like I said, we've got the gambit of stories today. The gambit. From Mark Ruffalo yelling at Boris Johnson to Canadian, you know, middle school children taking guns to school because apparently, according to people, that never happens in Canada. So that's a blow the myth out of the water there. Wow, here having Omegon talk about Monopoly in my ear is
sorry.
Very distracting. I love you, Omegon, but
sorry, I'll stop it. I didn't. All right, go ahead. Trying to do tech support while you're doing your show is not a good thing when I don't have a mouse. So
the far left are math specialists. They add nothing.
So I'm going to leave it in your hands.
Okay.
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 You're on I think I closed them.
And will hopefully never multiply.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Glitchy, glitchy, glitchy. Quit.
What are you quitting?
Chrome.
Oh.
I didn't want you to get confused or anything to accidentally play in the background.
Oh, thank you.
I was trying to save you and the wonderful people here who are watching. Like and share and subscribe and do all that fun stuff, and I will read a parable later on.
What did I do? I didn't do anything to the mouse.
No, it's because there's only 2 USB ports on a MacBook, and the camera and the microphone have to be in each. And I can't use my wireless mouse. Or any wired mouse, for that matter. So you're on your own, dear.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you.
I'll cut your boobies later. What's happening?
I only just noticed the face cam says Maniac Man. Oh, hello! So are we ready to read about Mark Ruffalo being annoying? Let's read about Mark Ruffalo being annoying. Oh, come on. Don't be slow. There we go. Okay. So, Mark Ruffalo smashes Boris Johnson's Hulk comparison. Gotta have the smash in there. So here he is with a Hulk hand, of course. He is always annoying, says RVA. Yeah, that's true. They make USB hubs for like $10. Yes, we need another one. Pincolo's got one. It's in use in his office, so we need to get another one. Okay. So let's get through all of these buttons. All right, this was published Monday, so this is an article from yesterday, but it's still funny.
Mark Ruffalo, the actor who plays the anger-prone Hulk in the Avengers movie franchise, has struck out at UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson for suggesting Britain could break free of the EU's manacles, like the Marvel superhero. You are current...
First of all, the anger-prone superhero. That is the understatement of the century. I just have to say. The what is he, Mr. Furious from Mystery Men? He's the fucking Hulk. He's not anger-prone. Oh. I use them on my gaming PC all the time. Oh, USB hubs. Yeah. Hulk retard. Yeah. Let's see.
Link. Ruffalo took to Twitter on Sunday to remind the Prime Minister about aspects of Hulk's character he had overlooked. List 1 item. Heading level 2. Related story.
Where's the tweet?
Link. Heading link. The actor, the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, Thor, Chris Hemsworth, Valkyrie.
Oh, yeah, here's the Avengers.
The actor said the superhero only fights for the good of the whole and was a disaster when working without a team. He added that his anger was countered by the science and reason of his alter ego, the renowned physicist Dr. Bruce Banner. You are current.
Okay.
FSK.
What does that have to do with Boris Johnson's comparison sucks anyway, but your argument against why it sucks also sucks.
Ruffalo also warned that mad and strong can also be dense and destructive. His response came after Johnson told the UK's Mail on Sunday newspaper, Banner might be bound in manacles, but when provoked he would explode out of them. Hulk always escaped, no matter how tightly bound he seemed to be, and that is the case for this country.
Yeah, that's a bad comparison. Because even Hulk was fighting for good. He wasn't fighting, like... I don't know. That's a very... Yeah, that's not a good comparison, Johnson. But Ruffalo, that's just as... Yeah. No. You both are terrible arguers. Wonder if he can still jerk his meat with those Hulk hands, says Mr. Goatman. That's amusing. That's awesome.
Johnson's message was that, in a Hulk-esque maneuver, the UK would leave the EU by October 31st.
Okay.
Alistair Campbell, former Labour Party spin doctor. Link. Tweeted. Link. If Ruffalo was a town, Johnson just got run out of it. Others took to social media with Hulk-like bright green memes to mock the Prime Minister's comments.
Let's read that again.
Link. If Ruffalo was a town, Johnson just got run out.
If Ruffalo was a town, Boris Johnson just got run out of it. What a weird thing to say. Why do people say such weird things? I don't... Let's face it, does anyone know Mark Ruffalo outside of playing the Hulk? Says Lindsay. I sure don't. Now that I think about it, not really, no. The minute I hear Mark Ruffalo, I go, oh, Hulk.
Downing Street declined CNN's link. Downing Street declined CNN's request for comment. You are currently link. Mark Ruffalo. Screen name.
And here's the tweets. Boris Johnson forgets that the Hulk only fights for the good of the whole. Yeah. So that's the tweets. That's Mark Ruffalo being a moron. What's up, honey?
We need $30 for the proper USB hub. One of the ones Gunfox offered. Offered up as a selection, just so he knows. Yeah, it comes out to $30 in Canada.
Good old Canadian prices.
It's on sale. It's $35 American, but it's on sale for $12.74. But it's $21.99 plus tax. It comes out,
yeah.
So, about $30. So, we'll get one within the next couple weeks.
Yep. I'd rather focus on getting my phone first.
Well, you see, like I offered last night on CoffeeStream, $1,000 gets an ass whooping on screen.
From who?
You get to hit me really hard.
With what?
Your guitar.
No! I don't want to break my guitar on you.
Okay, you just get to beat the shit out of me on stream for $1,000.
I'm not
No. You get to actually beat me up for $1,000.
Okay, but guys, hold on a second. I'm pausing the stream. I'm just a second. I'm gonna show you what he just wanted me to beat him with.
We get it. I'll get it for you, slowpoke. Jeez. This case and its 1,000 buckles.
Yeah. It even has a lock holder on it.
They all do. Here you go.
He wanted me to beat him with this. This beautiful thing.
If you back up a little bit, it'll be better on camera.
This gorgeous piece of instrumental art. Which I need a strap for, because that'll be easier to play. I'm not breaking this on him. Here, put this away now.
Actually, yeah, it's about... It's where... I got it from a fellow YouTuber for just under $1,000. It's a vellum, and it's amazing that you can't find this color anymore either. It's a rare one.
I bet the damn thing costs more than $1,000. But it rightfully should.
Well, I got it used for $1,000.
Yeah.
So after the extortion of UPS.
Mm-hmm.
Divorce the husband, marry the guitar.
That is a beaut. Yeah, it sounds beautiful too. Cost. Divorce the husband and marry the guitar. Well, you can beat him for making you break the guitar. I always liked Les Pauls. Yeah, Les Pauls are my favorite. They sound gorgeous. I don't like the way Fenders sound. Yeah.
It is a Les Paul Epiphone Phelim
Custom.
It's the custom. That's the big part about it, is because it's the custom. You can't find the customs anymore. I looked it up. And that's why I bought it as well as I did, because I was offered an incredible deal. The guy who actually sold it to me, he had it sold, and the dude backed out at the last second. It was like the third guy to do it to him. So I was just talking to him, like, well, how much do you want for it? And because we had just gotten some money, and we was capable. So yeah, it worked out. And this one's not getting pawned ever.
Fuck no.
That's what happened to your other one.
Yeah, I had a beautiful.
Well, listen, young people. At the beginning, there will always be hardships.
Yep.
And if you have to get rid of it and focus on something better later on down the road.
Yeah, something else will come. If you're meant to have an instrument, something better will come along. Because I had a gorgeous sunburst Epiphone Les Paul that I had to sell. Pawn. For grocery money. That sucked. But let's move on back to the news. So this is from Gunfox, this one here. Passenger flying from Argentina to New Zealand dying minutes before landing. Which really is sucky. Let's read this here. So this is a Fox News story.
A female passenger died minutes before her 13-hour nonstop flight from Argentina to Link, New Zealand.
13-hour nonstop flight. God damn, that is a long flight. That's insane. That's just crazy. Oh, Streamlabs. Thank you very much from RVA. Let me just jump over. Will Streamlabs tell me what you said? If I go into the app on my phone, will it actually tell me what the fuck you said? For some reason it doesn't do that. Oh. What happens if I click the live button? Huh. Yeah, it won't let me see what you said. That's annoying. But thank you very much for the donation, RVA. Despite not being able to see what the message is. You are awesome. Thank you very much for the Streamlabs donation, sir. You have been incredibly generous this week. And I appreciate it. So here we are. Let's see. I mean, Fox News was on a roll that day. So she had a 13-hour nonstop flight to New Zealand.
Landed on Friday. Flight MZ31 was less than 10 minutes away from landing at Auckland International Airport when an announcement came on in the cabin asking if there was a doctor on board. The Link. New Zealand Herald reported.
That's never a good sign when the plane announcement goes, "Is there a doctor on board the plane?" It's like, oh fuck. It's like that's never a good sign.
A flight attendant, I saw him grab an oxygen tank and he headed to the front of the plane. Artie Prasad, a passenger, told the New Zealand Herald. I looked on the screen and it was about 8 minutes to landing. They almost made it. A call was made around 4:38 a.m. local time to dispatchers at St. John's Hospital, which sent emergency vehicles and staff to the plane immediately, according to a hospital spokesperson. Link. New Zealand man brings professional clown to pink slip. A call was made. Link. Flight MZ31 was less than 10 minutes away from landing at Auckland International Airport when an announcement came on.
Oh.
Flight Link. Flight diverted after the sick passenger appeared to be in her 20s and collapsed at the beginning of the descent, according to your Link. News Hub. Once we landed, the captain came on the speaker himself and said, "Look, we've just had a medical event. We can't get off. Once we get there, the paramedics are meeting the passenger," Prasad said.
Okay. So the captain came on. Yeah. That sucks. Well, it is 13 hours and she probably stayed up even longer to wait for the flight. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, RVA said halfway to a new USB hub. Thank you, dude. The local school is saying that when I had to pay a what the? You had to pay that much in taxes? She was likely dead before the call for the doctor went out. Oh, yeah. The change in pressure could have killed her, says Armskiller. There's lots of different variables.
All passengers were required to sit on the tarmac for approximately 40 minutes while medical officials and police worked to get the passenger off the plane.
Well, 40 minutes isn't too bad.
Prasad and other passengers were still unaware there had been a death on the flight until they left the aircraft. The flight staff only referred to the incident as a serious medical emergency. That's
probably the best way to handle it, though. Not to say, oh, somebody's dead. That's probably the best way to deal with it.
The flight captain was very reassuring to everybody, Prasad said. He kept talking to us throughout the whole time we were waiting. Link. Click. New Zealand police told Fox News they received reports of a sudden death prior to arriving on the scene and questioned the people sitting near the woman. The incident is currently being handled by the coroner's office as an unsuspicious death.
Yeah.
Link.
So that's that. That's that story. That's unfortunate that, that really happened, or that happened, but now let's read about dumbass children in New York. New York City says 1.5 million students can skip school for climate strike protest. Wow. This is a bunch of students outside the UN bitching about climate change. Because, they have nothing better to do, apparently. That's just amazing. Jesus. So, let's see. Here's another one marching. A photo of them marching. So here we go. Let's read this here.
School districts are debating what position to take after New York City announced that 1.1 million public school students could skip classes without penalties to join the global youth climate strikes Friday. The Link. New York Times reports. Why it matters. Per the Times, this a test of the movement's impact, by causing disruptions and getting noticed by political leaders who are in NYC for the United Nations Climate Action Summit 3 days later and the General Assembly meeting that follows it.
Yeah.
Link. NYC Public Schools. Link. Link. View on Twitter.
So this is
Period.
the tweet from
You link. At NY School.
the New York City Public School Twitter account.
Will excuse absences of students participating in the link. Number climate strike. On Friday 9/20, students will need parental consent. Younger students can only leave school with a parent. Link. HTTP link. List one item. End of list. The big picture. Youth strike advocates. Link. Fridays for Future. Said more than. Link. 2,400 events were taking place from September 20th through September 27th to coincide with the UN Climate Summit on September 23rd, where Swedish climate activist link Greta Thunberg or link Greta Thunberg is going to make an address.
You mean the chick who came over on a sailboat, but whose crew that sailed the sailboat is being flown back via aircraft? That Greta Thunberg? That's amazing.
List one item. End of all WhatsApp. All eyes are on the United States, which already has 145 cities signed up, with participation that is expected to be tenfold when compared with the first two global strikes in March and May of this year.
Jesus. Go back to class. Good Lord, children. You have been lied to, children. We are... Okay, I'm gonna say it again. I say it a lot on this stream, but... Have humans had an impact on the climate? Sure. Are we going to single-handedly overturn the climate? Hell no. Absolutely not. No possible way. Let's see what chat is saying here. Free day for kids. Yep. Can't stay. Have a good stream, BP. Thanks, Seamus. In long flights, it's wise to get up and walk around for every few minutes, for a few minutes every 2 hours. Good point. Good point. I would be that student to take a day off and not go to the protest. Same. I'll show them climate change with a flamethrower, says Gunfox. They will get the heat of the point, stay in school or get burned. Who wouldn't, Mr. Goatman? Yep. Those kids likely fail at school classes anyway. Yeah. There is being cautious for the planet, which is admirable, but then there is stifling human development, which is unacceptable. Exactly, Armskiller. I noticed she hasn't gone to China to lecture them on climate change. No! Isn't that amazing? Soon they will say breathing is bad for the environment. Yup. Or India, says Green Badger. I agree with you, Lindsay. I believe climate change is real, but I do not believe it's as catastrophic as alarmists want you to believe. Yeah. I absolutely agree with that statement, Lindsay. Climate change is a thing, but is it as world-ending and catastrophic as they say? No. Gunfox says, hey kids, if you worry about climate change, ask Krakatoa how to change climate with one good blast. Yeah. 1883 started the new ice age. Yep. Cynical Lindsay says countries like India have a much bigger carbon footprint, but I don't see climate change activists pushing them to change things. No, you don't.
What's happening in the U.S.? The Times reports that large districts around the U.S. were discussing on Monday afternoon the issue of whether to allow students to miss school for the strikes. List one item, and the other. List one, the other side. Critics, ranging from climate change deniers to people who argue for a less radical approach to tackling global warming, said New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio was using school attendance policy to promote a political aim. The NIT notes.
Yep.
You list one item called end of list.
He is.
Called the move out and out government sponsorship of a particular point of view. There was some concern that a few students could take advantage of the opportunity to skip school for fun, according to the Times.
A few students, huh? A few. Yeah, just a handful. Just a handful of students. Not like half of them. Yeah, the mini ice age, yeah, of 1883, 1884. I remember back in the 80s when they were pushing this hole in the ozone hysteria, but now we're still standing. Yep. They were blaming the chemicals in the hairspray, I believe, and aerosols, and they were saying that was tearing a hole in the ozone. And then they banned all of those, that particular chemical in aerosols, and, look at that. We're still here.
End of list. Go deeper. Link. The new social movement calling for action on climate. Link. End of and copy permalink.
No, I don't want to go deeper, thank you. I'm not going deeper and clicking on these links. Screw that. No rabbit holes. No rabbit holes. No. So let's read about Tulsi Gabbard. Kind of blowing her whole, level-headed, common sense chlorofluorocarbons. Thank you. The funniest thing is that our ozone layer is being repaired. Yep. That's exactly true. So, this article sheds a whole new light on Tulsi Gabbard and how she reacts to Trump. So this headline says, Tulsi Gabbard to Trump, we are not your prostitutes. You are not our pimp. Because, that's a completely rational thing to say to the President of the United States when you are running to take over his job. So this is a picture of Tulsi. So let's see here. Let's read this. Let's read this article. I believe it's a Breitbart article. Gabbard not good. She's just the least worst. Yeah. I'll stipulate to that for sure.
Gabbard was responding to President Trump's statements about a potential U.S. response to a recent attack by Houthi rebels on oil fields in Saudi Arabia that threatened global oil supplies and the security of a key American ally.
Oh, yeah, you're running with the Houthi rebels line. You're taking their word for it, even though they really couldn't have done it. But okay, that's cool.
In a video released on Twitter, Gabbard declared, third-party ad content advertisement. Yesterday, President Trump offered to place our military, my brothers and sisters in uniform, under the command, of Prince Mohammed bin Salman, the dictator of the Islamist Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Trump said, we are locked and loaded, but are waiting to hear from the kingdom as to who they believe was the cause of this attack, and under what terms we would proceed. Mr. President, as you know, I have never engaged in hateful rhetoric against you, or your family, and I never will, but your offering our military assets to the dictator of Saudi Arabia to use as he sees fit, is a betrayal of my brothers and sisters in uniform who are ready to give our lives for our country, not for the Islamist dictator of Saudi Arabia. For you to think that you can pimp out our proud servicemen and women to the Prince of Saudi Arabia is disgraceful, and it once again shows that you are unfit to serve as our commander-in-chief. As a member of Congress, and as a soldier, I and all of my brothers and sisters in uniform have taken an oath to protect and defend the American people and the Constitution of the United States of America. There is nothing in our Constitution that gives you the power to go to war without the express consent of Congress. Sick. But to speak of giving you the power to offer our military to a foreign power like the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to use as they wish. President Trump, your words and action.
There is nothing controversial. There is nothing common sense about Tulsi except her foreign policy. Yeah, I'm hearing that a lot from people. And this is
our betrayal of my brothers and sisters in uniform, the American people, and our Constitution.
This is
my fellow service
a
members
little.
and I, we are not your prostitutes. You are not our pimp.
This is a little hyperbolic here. I don't think, first of all, that. I think that Congress absolutely should declare whether or not the U.S. goes to war. And of course that the president can't do that on his own. But to say that, oh, we're not your prostitute and you're not our pimp, or we're not your prostitute, yeah. Like, that's very hyperbolic. That's not helpful. Yeah, she's not going, like, this is, we should not be threatening military action over this, but I don't think she had a good take here. No, this is, yeah, like, the military shouldn't be at the command of another leader, another nation's leader. But to say, we're not your prostitutes, like, that's what that comes across as. It does not help you, and it doesn't make you look good, Tulsi.
Link, Tulsi Gabbard. Link. Despicable, offering to place our military assets under the command of a foreign country, Saudi Arabia, is a disgrace and betrayal of my patriotic brothers and sisters in uniform and to our Constitution. We are not your prostitutes. You are not our pimp. Link. Play media embedded video.
Okay, here's her video.
Press link. Despicable. Offer link. Despicable frame. Infront button. 1. 400s 1. Button. Press button.
Yesterday, President Trump offered to place our military, my brothers and sisters in uniform, under the command of Prince Mohammed bin Salman, the dictator of the Islamist Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Trump said we are locked and loaded, but are waiting to hear from the kingdom as to who they believe was the cause of this attack and under what terms we would proceed. Now, Mr. President, as you know, I have never engaged in hateful rhetoric against you or your family, and I never will. But you're offering our military assets to the dictator of Saudi Arabia to use as he sees fit is a betrayal of my brothers and sisters in uniform who are ready to give our lives for our country.
You mean
not
their
for the
lives
Islamist
for their
dictator of Saudi
country?
Arabia. And for you to think that you can pimp out our proud servicemen and women to the Prince of Saudi Arabia is disgraceful. And it once again shows that you are unfit to serve as our commander-in-chief. As a member of Congress and as a soldier, I and all of my brothers and sisters in uniform have taken an oath to protect and defend the American people and the Constitution of the United States of America. There is nothing in our Constitution that gives you the power to go to war without
She's
the
cute,
express
but she's
consent
dumb.
of Congress. What to speak of
In
giving
other
you the
news,
power to
Orange
offer
Man
our
bad.
military to
Yeah.
a foreign power like the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to use as they wish. President Trump, your words and actions are a betrayal of my brothers and sisters in uniform, the American people, and our Constitution. My fellow service members and I, we are not your prostitutes. You are not our pimp.
Out of frame 1. like 24.
So that's Tulsi's video. I just thought I'd play it. I thought I'd play that for you, so because voiceover kind of made that hard to take in, so.
There are several inaccuracies and problems in Gabbard's assertions. First, it is not clear that President Trump offered command of the U.S. military to Saudi Arabia, and it is hard to imagine him doing so. A more reasonable interpretation of Trump's tweet was simply that he would be consulting with an important American ally about an attack that is suspected to be the work of an American enemy, or, at least, the work of one of its proxies.
Yeah. That's more likely. I mean, Trump does stupid things a lot and says stupid things, but I don't think that this is. I don't think he would actually give command to the prince. Iran versus Saudi Arabia, it's not our fight, says Cult of Krill. I agree.
Second, while the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, its official name, not the Islamist Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, is officially an Islamic state, it is a stretch to call it an Islamist state. The term Islamist suggests association with terror organizations, though the Saudi government, in decades past, spread extremist ideas and supported terror. In recent decades it has assisted the U.S. in fighting terror, partly because the regime is a target of Islamist terror. Third, Gabbard's claim never to have used hateful rhetoric against Trump is not accurate. In November 2018, she accused him of being Saudi Arabia's bitch. In April, she also called him Al-Qaeda's big brother and protector in Syria, in a tweet that was highlighted by Iranian state television. And earlier Tuesday, Gabbard tweeted, Trump awaits instructions from his Saudi masters. Having our country act as Saudi Arabia's bitch is not America first.
Why are politicians openly, like, swearing on their verified Twitter accounts? Trump would not give Saudi command to the biggest, or of the greatest fighting force on the planet. No. The War Power Act of 1973 is blatantly unconstitutional. I'm not familiar with that act. I'm not going to lie. I am not familiar with that act.
Fourth, while Gabbard is correct that the Constitution gives the House of Representatives the power to declare war, it does not preclude the President from acting in his capacity as Commander-in-Chief of the military to protect the country. The War Powers Act of 1973 allows the President to initiate military operations that last up to 90 days before he or she must seek official authorization from Congress. The law is controversial, but it remains the law.
Wasn't Bush Jr. thinking of using that act if Congress didn't approve the Operation Iraqi Freedom? I could be wrong, like, completely, but that seems to me to have been a thing. Politicons trying to be hip like the kids, yeah. Or politicians trying to be hip like the kids, yeah. The Middle East is the used boat. Each president keeps trying to, or putting money into it, but it never gets used. This article reeks of neocon dribble. Yeah, it does. It really does. Let's,
Finally, as Gabbard enjoys pointing out, she is an officer in the U.S. Army National Guard.
Yeah.
Your link, Article 88. of the Uniform Code of Military Justice, UCMJ, prohibits commissioned officers from using contemptuous words about the president, whether in uniform or out of uniform. Gabbard might enjoy some leeway from a military court to add to the political nature of her job, but to say Trump has betrayed the military, and to call him a pimp and a bitch, is likely a violation of the UCMJ.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. This article does seem a little bit like as much as I like pointing out the left's extreme views, I think this is kind of stretching it the other way. I have no patience for neocon warhawks. Yeah. I say build a wall around the Middle East and let them fight each other. Yeah. Before we move on to the next news story, it was Sanguine Mathenhane's birthday yesterday. He is one of the minions. He runs Minions of the Zoo on Tuesday night, and it was his birthday yesterday. So happy birthday, Sanguine! Belated birthday. Also, if you're awake tonight, 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central, go check out Minions of the Zoo. Like I said, he is the keeper tonight. And yeah, it's a good show. It's always fun. So go check that out. Skeptalk is here. Hello, Skeptalk. Cynical Lindsay, I can guarantee you that if Obama was in office and did this, the person that wrote this would be singing a different tune. Yep. So, this is an interesting story here because Maxime Vernier, one of the, he's the leader of the People's Party of Canada. That's right, the People's Party of Canada. At first was not invited to, I think, any of the English debates, and I think only only one French debate. But since Trudeau has said he was only going to both French debates and one English debate, magically, Monsieur Vernier is now allowed. Mention UCMJ and Skeptalk appears. Yeah. That's funny. So this headline here reads, Maxime Vernier invited to participate in official commission debates. So he's now invited to participate now that Trudeau is only going to be in 3 debates. Let's see.
The Official Leaders Debates Commission has decided to invite Maxime Vernier, leader of the People's Party of Canada, to participate in the English and French debates that will be televised next month. You have satisfied me that you intend to field candidates in 90% of ridings and, based on recent political context, public opinion polls and previous general election results, I consider that more than one candidate of your party has a legitimate chance to be elected, David Johnston, the former Governor-General who leads the commission, wrote to Bernier on Monday.
All of a sudden, now that Trudeau is not going to be at all of the debates.
Bernier was not initially included among the leaders invited to participate in the debates. Instead, he was asked to provide more information as the commission considered his case.
Yeah.
Canadians will be able to see all the options before voting the 21st of October, and it is important, Bernier told supporters at a meeting in St. John, and I must say to Mr. Johnston that he took the right decision for the future of our country. Not all debate participants were happy to see Bernier join them. I think it's wrong to give Mr. Bernier the platform. I think it's wrong to give Mr. Bernier the platform to spread his hateful and divisive message, NDP leader Jagmeet Singh said during a campaign stop in Montreal. The NDP made a submission to the commissioner in July that raised concerns about Bernier's political views.
Yeah.
Watch. Singh says it's wrong to include Bernier in debates. Play button.
Here, let's watch this. I want to see what he has to say.
Button. Press play button.
I sent a letter to the commissioner before making it clear I think it's wrong to give someone like Mr. Bernier the platform to spread hateful and divisive messages. I think it's absolutely wrong.
Recommending. Heading level 2. Main. CBC heading level 2.
So
Link.
that's that.
Play button. Politics news. Singh says it. NGP leader Jagmeet Singh's close. But play button. Close button.
Close
Press
that.
0. Play. Politics. Singh says it's. NGP leader Singh says it's wrong to include Bernier in debates. NGP leader Jagmeet Singh says it's wrong for Bernier's former colleagues in the Conservative Party also criticized the decision. It's no big surprise that Justin Trudeau's hand-picked debate panel used a Liberal-friendly pollster who attacks Andrew Scheer to ultimately justify Mr. Bernier's attendance at the debate, said Daniel Shaw, press secretary to the Conservative leader, apparently referring to Frank Graves of Eccles, York. Our Liberal team appointed former Governor-General, the Right Honourable David Johnston, to lead the new debate commission so decisions on participation for the 2 official debates would be made independently, a Liberal Party spokesperson said in a statement. We look forward to continuing to share our positive, forward-looking and inclusive vision with Canadians.
Listen to that last statement.
Our Liberal team appointed former Governor-General, the Right
Our Liberal team appointed former Governor-General,
the Right Honourable David Johnston, to lead the new debate commission so decisions on participation for the 2 official debates would be made independently.
So our Liberal team appointed the former Governor-General who was in charge during the... Oh my God. Holy...
Liberal Party spokesperson said in a statement, we look forward to continuing to share our positive, forward-looking and inclusive vision with Canadians.
We look forward to including our positive and forward-thinking... Oh, shut up. Ugh. I hate today's society. It's just too depressing to see how far we've fallen as a people in an advanced civilization. Yeah, Moonshock, you're right. It's like Newspeak in full flower. It is. It just broke my brain a little bit.
The Commission's link to debates will be hosted by a partnership of media organizations, including the CBC. The English language debate will be broadcast on the evening of October 7th. The French language debate will occur 3 days later on October 10th.
Yeah. The one on October 7th is the one that Trudeau is going to. He skipped the one last week. And he's attending both French debates. So, yeah.
David Johnston, the former Governor-General who was appointed to lead the commission. Link. Extended invitations. Last month to Liberal leader Justin Trudeau, Conservative leader Andrew Scheer, NDP leader Jagmeet Singh, Green leader Elizabeth May and Bloc Québécois leader Yves-François Blanchet. List 1 item. Bullet. End of list 1 item. Bullet. End of the commission was charged with considering. The commission was charged with considering 3 criteria as it decided on a final list of debate participants: whether a party is represented in the House of Commons by an MP who was elected as a member of that party, whether a party is planning to run candidates in at least 90% of ridings, and whether a party has a legitimate chance of electing more than one MP.
Which, from the beginning, Maxime's party met all 3, so I don't know why the hell he wasn't allowed, but the Bloc Québécois was. That's stupid.
To be included in the debates, a party must satisfy at least 2 of those criteria. Bernier and the People's Party have nominated candidates for more than 90% of the country's 338 ridings, but the party has not yet elected an MP under its banner. Bernier was elected as a Conservative MP in 2015. That left the commission to decide whether the People's Party had a legitimate chance of electing multiple MPs this fall. You are currently... At this time in the electoral cycle, we do not consider that the People's Party of Canada has a legitimate chance of electing more than one candidate in the next federal election, Johnston said in a letter to Bernier in August.
I don't know about that.
Bernier was invited to submit to the commission a list of 3 to 5 ridings where the People's Party had a chance at success. List 1 item. The results. In addition to Bernier's riding of Bosie, the commission reviewed opinion polling results for the Ontario ridings of Nipissing, Timiskaming, Etobicoke North and Pickering Uxbridge, and the Manitoba riding of Charleswood Street, James Assiniboia, Headingley. The results of those riding level polls, conducted for the commission by ACUS, showed that between 24.5% and 34.1% of respondents said it was possible that they would vote for the People's Party candidate.
That's a lot. That's a big percentage, but I'm going to end this story because it's getting fucking boring. I'm gonna move on, but I have to say, Maxime, I don't agree with his politics at all, but he should have been included from the get-go. Let's move on to the titular article. So after this article, after the titular article, we will have 1, 2, 3, 4 stories left. So let's learn about cartel mathematics and fractions, shall we? At least 44 bodies stuffed in over 100 bags discovered and buried in Welling, Mexico? So this is again from Fox News, from Gunfox. Bah, work calls. Have a good day, everybody. See you later, Moonshock. Gunfox is laughing. Why are you laughing, Gunfox? What is so amusing? What is so amusing to you? So let's read this here.
Authorities in Link, Mexico, have identified at least 44 bodies that were discovered among over 100 black bags that were found earlier this month buried in a well in the western part of the country.
Oh, buried in a well in Mexico.
The mutilated human remains were discovered September 3rd in a well located just outside the city of Guadalajara, in the western state of Jalisco, after residents reportedly complained about the smell.
No shit.
It saddens me to speak in this way, but society has a right to know what is happening, Jalisco Security Cabinet Chief Macedonio Tamez Guajardo told Mexican news outlet Milenio. Guajardo. Nearly 36 bodies found buried in western Mexico. Guajardo. Told Milenio the bodies were in various states of decomposition. Originally, officials said they were able to identify at least 37 people, but the Jalisco Institute of Forensic Sciences increased bit number to 44 people on Friday.
Wow.
Mexico News Daily. 30.
So that's the tweet.
Most of the bodies were cut up, so investigators had to piece together different parts in order to properly identify them.
Yeah, so you've got 44 people divided by 100 plastic bags. That's, or 100 black bags. That's crazy. Your brain is about to break. Yeah, that's... So, I wonder how many bags of arms and how many bags of heads and how many bags of torsos there are in this it's crazy. And the Dems want to let everyone into the U.S. Yep. Isn't it wonderful?
According to the BBC. According to the BBC, period. Authorities are investigating if there is a link between the mass grave and the discovery of 6 bodies at an organized crime safe house in August.
Wow.
Your current...
Well done, Cartel.
Mexico News. Period. Image. 25 killed in attack on bar in southern Mexico.
So gang concerns grow after gang... Oh, this is a different story. Okay. So, yeah. cartels are doing fractions with body parts. Isn't that amazing? Fractions with cartels and body parts. What a wonderful world we live in. Isn't it just amazing? Just fascinating. So, let's move back to Canada here and read about this dumbass. Good boy, 13, takes loaded semi-automatic pistol to Waterloo Middle School, or to Ottawa Middle School, shows it off to classmates. The gun had 7 rounds in its chamber. Wait, the gun had 7 rounds in its chamber. The gun had 7 rounds in its chamber. Don't you mean it had 7 rounds in the... How do you have 7 rounds in the chamber? I thought 1 round goes in the chamber at a time, and the other rounds hang out in the fucking magazine. Yeah, big fucking chamber, says Skeptalk. No shit. I could have sworn that, 1 bullet at a time goes to the chamber and the rest just chill out in the fucking magazine until you put another round into the chamber. And I just broke BP. What the fuck, dude? What? 7 rounds in the chamber. Fuck off, article. So this is, I guess, the picture of the kid. Seven rounds in the chamber. Shut the fuck up.
Link. It's the last thing you'd want to show off at junior high school these days, but an Ottawa schoolboy couldn't help himself after finding it in his parents' basement, stuffed in an old sock and hidden in a wall.
That is not how you store a gun. You retards. It's official. We don't believe you. I could probably cram 7 22 LR rounds into a 57 chamber if I really tried. Or a 50-80 chamber if I really tried. Don't blame the article, blame the journalist. Yeah. Good point.
The boy, just 13, made a mistake last May 23rd when he figured it would be cool to show off a loaded handgun at Frank Ryan Catholic Intermediate School.
He made a mistake, did he? He's 13. I'm pretty sure he's smart enough to know that that's stupid. I don't think that's making a mistake. I think that's being stupid and irresponsible. And also, I blame the parents for being stupid, for storing their loaded gun in a sock in the wall. That's not how you store a goddamn gun. Oh my god.
He took responsibility for it on Monday and pleaded guilty to possessing a loaded prohibited firearm, a Smith & Wesson M&P, military and police, 9mm semi-automatic pistol. It had 7 rounds in it. The boy, whose identity is shielded by the Youth Criminal Justice Act, stuffed it in his backpack and caught the bus for school that Thursday morning. In court on Monday, the boy, supported by his family, stood before Ontario Court Justice Robert Wadden, who asked the boy if he agreed with a statement of facts read into court by an assistant Crown attorney. The boy politely denied one police allegation, that he showed off the gun on the school bus. It should be noted that while the boy brought a loaded handgun to school, he never made any threats. It was his intention to show it off, and nothing more.
I don't care. That's freaking stupid. And he's old enough to know that that's freaking stupid. I store shotguns in open wall places, but you need to know where they are and how to open them and yeah, good luck getting to them. Also, I'd like to say, well, some 13-year-olds don't know how to use their brains, says Gun Fox. Apparently not. And if this ever happened, like if we ever got a gun and Alex or Logan did that shit, we would not be, like, we would be in the courtroom with them, obviously, because you'd have to, be there as parents. But we would not be being like, oh, it's okay, honey. We'd be like, Your Honor, you lay down whatever frickin' punishment you deserve, you feel is necessary. In fact, we probably would be the ones calling the cops going, okay, come and deal with this because we're about to kill the child for being so stupid.
My client is 13 years old and is a good kid from a good family, said Joseph Hidelmiller, boy's defense lawyer.
He's a good kid from a good family. Well, he's also a stupid kid from a stupid family.
Today he took responsibility for a serious mistake he made. We intend to demonstrate to the court and the community that my client is a good boy who made the kind of error in judgment any 13-year-old could have made, and this, otherwise, is a very good kid with a bright future.
He made an error in judgment that any 13-year-old could. Wow. Okay, I understand that minors are minors and legally they're treated differently. But at 13, you should know not to take a fucking loaded gun to school. Even if you want to show it off. You should go, gee, I wish I could show this to my friends, but that would be a really dumb idea, so I'm going to put it back in the place I got it from. Ugh. This is just sad. This is just still very sad.
Smith & Wesson M&P 9M 2.0 compact 9mm centerfire pistol. Smith & Wesson JPG.
I guess that's the gun that he had. I'd like to shoot that.
73.
That would probably actually be a good gun for me to shoot for my wrists. Because I have tendonitis issues. That would actually probably be a really good gun for me to shoot. I'd like to try something like that. That would be fun.
Smith & Wesson end of the boy's twisted version of show and tell was reported to the school's office after a concerned parent heard about the boy with the gun. There were reports that the boy had showed the gun on the bus and later showed it at school, and at one point showed a bullet to a student. Staff from the principal's office acted swiftly and checked the boy's locker but found nothing. Then, after learning the student was still on school property after hours, they were able to check his backpack and found the gun. Staff then called the Ottawa police and his parents. The boy was arrested and shown a jail cell. You were correct.
Good. Should have been put in the jail cell. That is a nice weapon, actually, says Skeptalk. Yeah, I'd like to shoot that. That seems like it would have a fairly easy recoil. I think, maybe.
In a police interview later, and in the presence of his parents, the boy initially said he found the gun in a park, but when pressed by Det. Aaron Lehman, the boy revealed he found the gun in his parents' basement, hidden in a wall. The court has ordered a pre-sentence report, and Wadden told the boy he should fully cooperate with the assessment because it will serve as helpful guide for sentencing. The semi-automatic pistol in question is not registered to anyone and is not listed as stolen, according to the National Police Database and Firearms Registry.
So it's an unregistered gun. That's amazing. Look! An illegal gun. But it's only legally obtained guns that are the problem, guys. Totally the legally obtained guns that are the issue.
Twitter. Link. At Grimagurta. Alt link. Heading level 2. Featured stories.
So that's the end of that article. Where are we here? Here we go. We're gonna do 2 more stories, I think. So let's do this one here. So, ban on eating dogs blocked by Justice Ministry. Let's read this here. This is I'm going to repeat this. Ban on eating dogs blocked by Justice Ministry for fear of offending people in the Far East. You heard that right. You heard that correctly.
A new legal ban on eating dogs has been blocked by Justice Ministry bureaucrats for fear of offending cultural sensitivities in the Far East. Link. Environment. Ministers have drawn up a new criminal offence in Britain of possessing. Link. Dog and cat meat. Link. Dog and cat meat. Period. The Yulin Dog Meat Festival is held annually in China's Guangxi province. Figure.
So this is the dog meat festival.
Link. Image. The Yulin Dog Meat End of the former DEFRA secretary. Link. Michael Gove ordered the move in the summer despite the sickening practice being rare in the UK. You were current.
Okay then. So why would you... Okay, if it's very rare in the UK, why would you even bother putting a law up there? An honest mistake made by a 13-year-old is accidentally breaking something while playing baseball, not having a gun in school. I agree. Check your logic. If that kid didn't realize what he did was reckless and stupid, he does now. Yep. What the actual fuck? Yeah. Remember, all cultures are equal, says Mr. Goatman.
Dog groups persuaded him that it would send a powerful message to Link. Southeast Asia. Link. Southeast Asian. Countries where the practice is still rife, matching a similar law passed in the US last year.
Yes, because South Asian countries are notorious for looking at other people and saying, oh, they're doing that. We should do that. Yeah, that's something that South Asian countries do all the time. You freaking arrogant prick. That's just... Ugh. Wait, hold on. Isn't eating dog considered a racial stereotype against Asians? This idiotic judge just enforced that idiotic stereotype. Yeah.
But the Sun can reveal that nervous civil servants have stepped in to halt the groundbreaking move. Heading level 2, culturally insensitive. Campaigning. Link. Tory. MP Giles Waddling was told by the Moj that one of the reasons it acted was that it would be culturally insensitive of the government to dictate to other nations what they should eat.
Well, yeah.
Mr. Waddling told the Sun last night. Link. Dogs are our companion. Link. Animals We do not eat them, and that is a very important message to send to the rest of the world. It's not culturally insensitive because we're not telling them what to do, we're just telling them what we do. You are current.
Okay, that makes more sense. Like, if you're gonna come here to Britain, to Canada, to the US, you do not eat cats and dogs. We don't do that here. But still, yeah, this is just weird.
We shouldn't be worrying about that, so I was surprised that was the Modge's objection. Justice officials also argued that it would be difficult to enforce the law and the current ban on transporting or exporting dog and cat meat suffices.
Yeah, if there's a ban on exporting or importing dog and cat meat, then what's the big deal?
Eating dog is already banned in Link, Germany, Austria, Taiwan, South Australia, and Link, Hong Kong. Link, Hong Kong. Period. An estimated 30 million dogs a year. An estimated 30 million dogs a year slaughtered to be eaten across Link, China, the Philippines, Indonesia.
Wow, 30 million dogs a year eaten in China, Philippines,
Link,
Indonesia,
Thailand,
and Thailand.
Laos, Vietnam, and Cambodia. Most are stolen off the street. Michael Gove ordered the ban in the summer despite dog meat being rarely eaten in the UK. Figure.
Yeah, if it's rarely eaten, I don't see why you need to bother with a ban. That just seems unnecessary. But to block it for cultural reasons is also unnecessary, Ministry of Justice. Just saying. So you ready for the last ridiculous story? You ready for this? Here we go. So, Intersectional Gender Equity Office coming to City Hall. Yay! Woo-hoo! I'm so happy. Okay, here we go.
Back in July of 2018, when few councillors were paying attention and an election would soon push many out the door, leftist Kristen Wong-Tam pushed through a motion to create an intersectional gender equality office at City Hall. Her mission to ensure the most oppressed women, on the intersectionality scale, were considered in budgeting and policy planning has been a constant in recent years. You are current, but considering 49% of employees at City Hall are from the fairer sex, a full-fledged strategy and office makes as much sense as her decision to close down busy Yonge Street to cars from Bloor to Queen Saints Sunday. You should pardon the expression, but it was a washout as I observed when I ran by Yonge and Bloor at both 11 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. Toronto City Hall, on July 8, 2019. Stan Bearhill / Toronto Sun.
So this is, I guess, them protesting for a gender equity office. Oh, this makes me feel nauseated.
13/068 Toronto City Hall. End of Toronto intersectionality or intersectional feminism, for the many who have never encountered this term, refers to how race, sexuality, class and religion intersect with gender to create greater discrimination. It is popular on university campuses, particularly amongst leftist queers. Critics of intersectionality are fond of calling it the Oppression Olympics.
Yeah, that's true. We do call it the Oppression Olympics.
If I were Wong-Tam, I'd be paying far more attention to the fallout, crime and so on, from the cluster of safe injection and overdose prevention sites in her ward than which group of women are more oppressed.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, the city's newly renamed Chief People Officer, Omo Akinton, jumped on the idea. Coming to Executive Committee Wednesday is a plan to create a gender equity unit within Akinton's division, and the Office of the City Manager, to address intersectional gender equity in key areas as housing, shelter, politics, transit planning, violence against women, affordable childcare and budgeting. You are correct.
Oh, wow. That's just... Look, more redundant crap.
YouTube video total cost. YouTube video player frame. In link. Photo image up heading level 2. Link. Toronto Sun. Heading level 3. 14K subscriber. Subscribe to chat. Subscribe.
No.
Subscribe link. The Six versus Chicago. Watch later as blind. Watch later at YouTube. Out of the total cost. The report says starting with next budget year, $333,132 is needed to hire 2 gender equity staffers and to hold a $50,000 community consultation exercise.
Good God. Oh my Lord. Look, Toronto people, this is what your tax dollars are paying for.
City spokesman Brad Ross said the strategy will address intersectional gender issues experienced by Toronto's public service, not agencies, boards and commissions, and identify enhancements. Among the activities of this new unit will be to enhance an existing online equity lens tool so that staff can integrate an intersectional gender analysis into all programs, policies and budgeting. It will also create an intersectional gender analysis guide and lead public consultations.
Jesus Christ, what a waste of time. What a colossal waste of time. This is insane. This is just crazy. Wow. my brain is just broken. Like, they want gender equity in things like transportation. What are you talking about? Like, this is... My brain is broken. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this article anymore. My brain is... We are all broken today. Yeah, I think. People actually use the word colossal? Yes. Yes, they do. So, on that note, you wonderful people, I'm going to switch to the thank you screen and we'll have some chat time. So let's have some chat time, friends. LOL, says Gunfox. Yeah. This is funny, says Gunfox. Oh boy. Ha 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 ha. Yes, my brain has been broken. Are you satisfied, sir? Are you satisfied? So, like I said earlier, please go and vote in the Twitter poll. Let me know what you'd rather see. The choices are a mega news stream, a gaming stream with my subs, a call-in stream, or a blind reaction stream. And whatever you guys decide, I'll be doing it most likely next weekend in the evening. Most likely on the Friday night because my mother will probably have Logan. Yeah, we do. Give Irate Prostate some love, everybody. I'm not going to, if you've seen his Twitter this morning, you know what happened. I'm not gonna air his stuff around, but if you follow Irate Prostate and you've seen his Twitter, you know what's going on. If you see him, just tell him, hey, I'm thinking of you, bro. He's a good guy. So everybody, just give him some support, give him some love. Because he deserves it. He's a great guy, good friend, and he could use all the support that he can get. So, Irate, if you are listening, my condolences, and we're all here for you. We're all here for you. If you need to, send me a DM anytime. I'm here, bro. I'm here for you. So, yeah. I'm well aware of what's happening with that rate. Poor guy, says Cynical Lindsay. Yeah, it's sad. So guys, I want to thank you all for coming out and watching me today, and I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so of course that means it will be Wednesdays with Skep. So that's always fun. Come and join us for a good time. Also, I am still looking for a guest for Friday. I'll let you know who that is. Next Friday, the 27th, will be call-in day, so be sure to get ready for that. And of course, the week after that, October 4th, will be me and Cynical Lindsay, and that'll be super fun. So I really appreciate you all watching. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope everyone comes by tomorrow and hangs out with Skep and I, and we'll see you then. And thank you all for watching, guys.